Her father said, if you can get my daughter to do 10 minutes of stand-up, I want you to come and teach my engineers how to make presentations. And he ended up hiring Gavin to go down to Kansas City to talk to their professional staff. I teach economics at Iowa State. I've been here since 1982.
Wow, and it's Peter Orazem.
Peter Orazem.
I'm sorry, Orazem. Orazem.
Orazem.
Damn it, just a second. That was a test. Can you change your name for this interview? It would be so much easier.
Absolutely, you can change it. There are worse ways to mispronounce. The Cyclones. The first day, the first year we were here in Iowa, we decided we're going to drive along the Mississippi and see the trees. And it was pea soup fog. We couldn't even see the river. I mean, we were barely able to see anything beyond the couple feet in front of the cars. So that was a loss as well. I started here at Iowa State in 1982. I finished my PhD at Yale that year, and so I've pretty much been at Iowa State ever since I finished my PhD. It's an honors class. We call it Comedy College, and I'm actually the teaching assistant. So it's taught by Gavin Jerome, who was a touring comedian for 15 years. He now does more corporate and television stuff. But he started teaching a class where you would have he would basically teach you how to write jokes and then how to deliver. And for years they'd been asking. I took his class in 2000 at the local Lions Club, and I would do charity gigs, in and around the Midwest, in and around middle of Iowa mainly. I was doing a show in Des Moines, and Gavin was in the audience, and I saw him and I said, they've been asking me to teach this honors class on stand-up comedy, but I just know how I do comedy, but you've actually seen all the big names. Would you be willing to teach the class? And he said, sure, if you're willing to be the teaching assistant. And so we've been teaching it off and on ever since. So we're in I think this will be our 11th edition of Comedy College this spring. I have a good paying main job, so you have to be a little bit hungry, I think, to really be a true comedian. We had 3 people in our last class who said they came to Iowa State specifically to take this class.
Nice.
Engineers or their math majors. We, on occasion, even have someone who has a degree in theater. But for the most part, they're people who are challenging themselves and taking this as this. If I can get up in front of an audience and do 10 minutes of material I wrote, I can do anything in terms of presenting, regardless of what profession we go into. And, some of our alumni are physicians. One of them is in a PhD program in aerospace at MIT.
Wow.
They're really, really bright people, but they want a chance to get in front of an audience. And I will tell you, we had one student who, her father said, if you can get my daughter to do 10 minutes of stand-up, I want you to come and teach my engineers how to make presentations. And he ended up hiring Gavin to go down to Kansas City to talk to their professional staff on how you make good, entertaining, but effective presentations to clients. One of our students was in journalism. She said she never really learned how to write. until she took the stand-up class, because you have to be efficient to be an effective comedian, right? So you work backwards from the punchline, and the more time it takes you from the setup to the punchline, the better the joke has to be, or you're wasting people's time. And she ended up learning how to trim her stuff. So she's effectively in marketing now. She amazes people. They'll give her a page of material. She gives them back a third of a page. It has the same information, but it's much more effective because it's not taking as much time to get to the punchline. Yes. So learning how to write jokes well makes you a much more effective communicator. Hardest thing to teach is storytelling. And if you're a storytelling comedian, you have to understand that length is not your friend. Though you have to have enough jokes sort of tied into your material to keep the audience engaged. I mean, if you look at good comedians, they're really fast on their feet, right? So they're always thinking. It's a much tougher gig than, say, presenting something that somebody else has written out for you. And so over time, you start seeing that the kids in the class are also becoming quicker in terms of how they react to the stuff that their other friends are presenting in the class. And so, you treat each class as a workshop, and you're throwing out ideas, and eventually you start finding that the members of the class are teaching the other members of the class, because they're the audience, but also thinking about how they would present the material and throwing out their own ideas as they go. We have done alumni shows in different places around Iowa. We've been asked to go up to the Twin Cities because we have enough alumni in the Twin Cities to do a show for the Iowa State Alumni Association. We'll see if we can do that. But and we do have some people who will do stand-up. One of our very first students will do warm-up acts in Cedar Rapids for touring comedians.
Okay.
We did the showcase this last December at a local bar, and they basically wanted the names of all the students and information so that they could serve as warm-ups for touring comedians as they come through Ames. So you do get an opportunity if you want to jump in. We do also have a stand-up club, and more of the people who come out of the stand-up club, which is it was founded by people in the class, but other people can come through that. So some of those people have gone in and are trying to establish a career. Well, we know that the honors program will continue teaching this class. It's one of the most popular classes that we offer. In fact, but you have to be a member of the honors program. So we don't have and that's just the way it is. The honors program, we're very happy that they are willing to house us, and it's a fun class for them, and it's a fun class for those students. Well, it's 1 in the afternoon. We don't start drinking till 2. So
smash that subscribe button